Hello, ma'am. You've worked hard. Best wishes to you.
Honey, you called?
If someone catches a photo of you, won't everyone know that the president's wife of the Goo family group is going to work? Isn't your first day at work tomorrow? You know, starting as a junior employee, you're definitely going to face a lot of challenges. How about this? You come to our company. Women should empower themselves. Earning $4,000 a month is better than crying in a mansion.
Women should empower themselves? Even if you only earn $4,000 a month, it's still better than sitting in a mansion and crying.
You can't just call your wife. When you see her, you have to pretend. You don't know her. Of course.
Okay, I'm going to get ready for work tomorrow. I'll take care of the bill. Really? Yeah, just keep it low-key, low-key.
Since Yao Yao wants to be a modern woman so much, why not buy her a whole building to celebrate her joining the company?
I heard from Karasuno that there are new employees joining today.
If we bought the whole building, wouldn't I just be an NPC in a CEO novel? Crying for the young lady again today?
Which of the two new employees hired today is the hidden rich? One is an intern who rides a shabby motorcycle to work, and the other is an art director who drives a luxury car to work. Who do you think it is? No way. Did Gu Xiaoyu really take over the company on his first day? Why are both the HR and the project team leader here to welcome me? Hello, team leader. What are you doing here, intern? You're blocking our Director Chin's way. Oh, Director Chin. We've finally been waiting for you. Isn't that my college classmate Chin Siwan? Hello, Director Chin. Director Chin, I'm the team leader from our group. My name is Tao Zhenjin. I heard from the property management that you bought the whole building and even waived a whole year's rent. I can't afford that, but as long as I mention this identity, I can walk around the company with confidence. No big deal. Oh, wow. You must be the legendary billionaire's daughter then. She's the billionaire's daughter. How would I know? Oh, isn't this Zhang Yao? I remember I was better looking than you back in school. You're causing trouble on a beat-up electric bike. I could run you over. You almost hit me. You think you can bump into Director Chin's luxury car. Can you pay for that? You see a nice car and can't steer clear. What's wrong with your bike? Let go. You just hit Director Chin's car. What if something happens to him? Can you pay for it? You see a nice car and can't steer clear. What's wrong with your bike? Let go. Director Chin, this car is from a rental company. Can you even afford to pay for that? Did you leave your brain at home when you went out? You see such a nice car and can't even steer clear of it? Come here. Hey, what's wrong with your car? Let go, let go. Hey, isn't that the logo of a rental car platform? Director Chin, this car isn't even yours. It really is from a rental company. Director Chin, you don't even have your own car. What do you know? Director Chin just came back from studying abroad, so it's totally normal not to have a car in the country. Besides, even if it's a rental, it's still an impressive luxury car. That must cost you a month's salary, right? I can't be bothered to argue with you poor folks.
Hey, Director Chin, you're not just beautiful but also kind-hearted, unlike some people who can't afford to pay and still don't dare to say anything.
Me? I'm hungry.
That new person. We'll get breakfast for our Director Chin. Here you go. Use these beggar-like foods to beat me, who only eats breakfast in 5-star hotels. Our director Chin is used to eating only the best, and she won't settle for this cheap stuff. You know she wants breakfast from a 5-star hotel, right? Don't you know that the food there can't be taken out? It seems like this kind of breakfast is either delivered to the hotel room or served in the restaurant buffet. What do you know? I said it can be done, and it can be done. Jiang Yao, you really haven't made any progress at all. No wonder you dropped out of college before finishing your freshman year. It seems that this kind of breakfast is either delivered to the hotel room or eaten at the restaurant buffet. What do you know? I said I can fight. Jiang Yao, you really haven't made any progress at all. No wonder you dropped out before finishing your freshman year. Oh, so you're just a loser who drops out at the first sign of trouble. Director Chin must really think highly of you. I only asked you to go get breakfast. I dropped out, but studied abroad. You'll definitely face a lot of hardships. I'm off to work. Move aside.
You'll definitely face a lot of hardships. If you want to eat, go ahead. I'm heading to work now, so move aside. Morning all.
Zhang Yang, I have a theme park planning proposal here for you to follow up on. Oh, is it the largest amusement park in S City? As long as the design and promotion are done well, you can make a lot of money in a year. It's just that there are too many Qingzhong companies. So it's not our turn. Of course, this is the dreamland under the Gu Group. Jiang Yang, I gave you this project because I see potential in you. If you can land this deal, who knows? You might be able to enjoy 5-star hotel breakfasts every day. Director Chin, I'm just a small fry. I'm not like you, who can casually buy this whole building. I believe you will definitely be able to make an appointment with Mr. Gu. Everything about this project depends on your leadership. I think it's worth a shot. Director Chin just returned to the country and was parachuted into our department as the head of design, and she even bought this huge building. She must be in the same circle as General Gu, right? Of course I know General Gu. I heard Gu Xiaoyu is the most famous eligible bachelor in our city. With Director Chin being so close to him, could she be the future Mrs. Gu? Oh, come on, keep it low-key. Xiaoyu and I are indeed classmates, and we have had a pretty good relationship over the years. Oh, future Mrs. Gu, don't be shy. With you in this project, we will definitely be able to make it. I can use the bonus I get from it to buy a nice car. I've already married Xiang Yu. Jiang Yang, what are you doing here? I mean, with Director Chin being so capable. This project is definitely going to go smoothly. Just keep your jealousy to yourself. Director Chin, why don't we take this opportunity to have a meal with General Gu? Well, actually, it's fine to talk at the company. They want to use me to get close to Gu Xiaoyu, or find some connections to meet him. Such a small project, and it requires Xiaoyu to personally come over. Jiang Yao, just finish writing up this contract for me. I'm going to have a meal with Xiaoyu to discuss our collaboration. I heard that big companies usually have welcome parties. Director Chin, do we have any activities this week? Oh, of course we do. I see everyone is welcoming me so warmly, so this weekend, I'll take you all to my private wine cellar to show you a bit of the world. Sounds good.
Director Chin, this car seems to be a limited edition model. This is the car in my garage.
Isn't this license plate? My car? What do you mean your car? Zhang Ya, your car is there. Don't daydream here. I'm just telling the truth. I saw that Director Chin's car was rented. I thought you hadn't eaten anything since you got back. Don't say the grapes are sour, just because you can't reach them. The car our driver is using is something you could never afford to rent in a lifetime. We were just talking about the car rental. Why is Director Chin so angry as if someone has spoken of his secrets? You.
I won't waste my breath on someone poor like you.
But it's just a luxury car, and everyone is making such a fuss over it. Starting today, it's time to hit the books and study hard. Let's go for it.
Daughter, you need to let me know in advance. Next time, if you want me to pick you up. If it weren't for Mr. Gu being on a business trip, this time, I wouldn't have been able to come. Don't make so many excuses.
I don't know how to take leave. Dad, since you drive for Gu Xiaoyu, can't you use his name to help me find a job? Can you help me arrange to have a simple meal with him?
But that's Gu Xiaoyu from the Gu Group. He's talking about contracts worth hundreds of billions every day. How can I, just their driver, have the chance to arrange a meeting to have a meal with him?
Oh, Dad, am I still not your biological daughter? My daughter is having difficulties at work right now, and I need to meet Gu Xiaoyu to solve this, but you're not willing to help me. Hey, as long as you're willing to put aside that clueless face of yours, I promise, you can win over Gu Xiaoyu and make him your golden son-in-law. Dad will do his best to find you an opportunity, okay? You could win over Gu Xiaoyu and make him your golden son-in-law.
Dad will try his best to find you an opportunity, okay?
Oh, right.
How's the preparation for the wine cellar going? Aunt Tony, it's all set. Just be careful when you go there. Don't touch things randomly. We can't afford to pay for anything. Oh, I got it.
Shonu, please drive if you want to talk more.
Is this indeed the legendary private wine cellar? I've heard for a long time that it's valuable but hard to come by. Thanks to Director Chin, I'm getting to see this. Otherwise, I would never have experienced something like this in my life. Isn't this my private wine cellar? Why does Chin Siwan say it's his? What's wrong? Zhang Yang, are you jealous of me? I'm just taking a look. By the way, aren't we having a company dinner today? Director Chin, why don't you open a bottle of red wine to liven things up for everyone? This isn't even my wine cellar. How could I possibly open a bottle of red wine for you? Do you even understand? This is a private wine cellar, filled with fine wines that can be treasured for over 100 years. How could it just be open like that? Director Chin is just casually taking a bottle of wine from his own home. You can't be that stingy, can you?
It's just a bottle of red wine, right? I'm going to call the butler right now and have him bring me some wine. Have the butler bring me the most expensive wine we have here. Your dad clearly said you were just here to take a look, didn't he? You still want more wine. If I tell you to take it, just take it. Don't forget, I'm the owner of this wine cellar.
Madam, here's the red wine you requested. This wine is very expensive, so please be careful with it. Take a look. This is the exquisite wine made from the top quality grapes I cultivated in France. So Director Chin actually has his own vineyard in France. It wouldn't be one of those places where just 2 or 3 grapevines can produce 700 milliliters of wine, would it? So does that mean I can try some of the wine from your vineyard, miss? When you're out experiencing life, why would you care about such a small bottle of red wine? This bottle of wine is called Valbricella Sophia. It has a very high collection value of 10 million. However, Director Chin made a mistake about its industry. It is not a red wine from France, but from Veneto, Italy, and has a long history. It can be traced back to ancient Greece. What do you mean by that? This is my private wine cellar. Do I really need you to teach me how to drink this using Baidu Encyclopedia? Zhang Yang is definitely trying to fool me. What kind of wine sells for 10 million? I'm just opening a glass of wine. The owner of the wine cellar won't notice. Butler, can you check if someone went into the second wine cellar and took a bottle of wine worth 10 million? Open the wine bottle for me. Madam, shouldn't we just switch to another bottle of red wine? When did it become your place to manage my decisions? Now let the wine breathe, so my friends can all taste it. I'm going to go do that right now. Let the wine breathe for the lady. I knew this was the lady's wine cellar, unlike some country bumpkins who have never seen the world. You have to say that here, calling me a country bumpkin, like I've never seen the world. I've been to vineyards in France and studied red wine recipes, and you're still pretending at this point. What did you just say? The Sophia red wine. You didn't just pick a name to show off, did you? Jiang Yao, I advise you to stop pretending. You talk about having studied some red wine recipes, but I really understand your desire to transform into a phoenix. But unfortunately, your talent is mediocre, and you still come off as a bit of a loser.
Who is it? Please open the Vabricella Sophia in Mr. Gu's wine cellar. Who exactly are you? Please open the Vabricella Sophia in Mr. Gu's wine cellar, or I'm calling the police to have you all arrested.
Director Chin, didn't you say this was your private wine cellar? How could it be Mr. Gu's wine cellar? I have such a good relationship with the young master. His wine cellar is just like my own. I'm not feeling well, so I'm leaving first. Director Shin. Aren't we having a company dinner today? We haven't even had the red wine yet. Are you losing your mind? I told you I'm not feeling well. You're not jealous of my good relationship with the young master, are you? Am I jealous of you? Maybe. I can't let the butler expose my identity as Mrs. Gu, or else my dream of becoming an independent woman in this new era will be ruined.
Director Chin, weren't you classmates with Mr. Gu? Why not let him handle this matter?
Mr. Gu's wife brought some people from the company to the wine cellar, and Yao Yao went to the wine cellar. We're all friends. Make sure to treat them well.
It's Xiao Yun. How could I have time to deal with such a small matter? Besides, I've already bought a whole building, so I can definitely afford a bottle of red wine. Honestly, I'm not feeling well, so I'm leaving now.
So it turns out they're Mr. Gu's friends. Everyone, please relax and enjoy your time at the estate. I'll go prepare some afternoon tea for everyone to enjoy.
Hey, I knew that Director Chin is the daughter of the richest man. Not like some poor people. I can't even afford a bottle of red wine here in my life. Enough. Is it interesting? Chin Siwan, if you want to show your superiority in life, don't go to someone else's house and pretend to be the host. Okay, Zhang Yang. The relationship between me and the young master is extraordinary. I can come to this wine cellar as I please and leave as I please, unlike some people. You don't get too carried away, Zhang Yao. Do you think you can open a bottle of wine? Without Director Chin's kindness, you wouldn't belong here. We, the wealthy, wouldn't stoop to your level. You, don't push your luck, Zhang Yao. Do you really think someone like you can open a bottle of red wine? If it weren't for Director Chin's kindness in bringing you here to see the world, you wouldn't even belong in such a nice place. With your poor and shabby appearance, you really think you belong in such a nice place? People like us who are wealthy wouldn't waste our time with someone like you. Let's go.
Madam, this time it was my oversight.
This won't happen again. Not everyone can be a maid in the Gu family wine cellar. And I don't want that to happen. Your own private wine cellar must also be ornamental. Ah, Director Chin. You see, Director Chin is different from ordinary people like us. It seems that this is the future, Mrs. Gua. It has to be Director Chin. What's this? When I was studying abroad, the young master often asked me about my well-being during holidays. I just feel sorry for some people. They will never meet such a good man in their life. Can you two brag about this without me? I just want to work hard Why is it so difficult? And Chin Siwan, let me say this one last time. Don't try to lift yourself up by putting others down. Seriously, how do you expect to talk to the future Mrs. Gu like that? Someone like you, who's all talk and no skills, would probably get rejected even before presenting a proposal. I've done a great job with my work. If you have some free time, why not team up with Chin Siwan and try to secure the Dreamland project? I've already sent my proposal to the story team. And who knows, I might get the contract signed today. Director Chin is impressive, truly worthy of being the future Mrs. Gu.
Really? How did the story turn us down for a collaboration?
How is that possible? My proposal is clearly well written, to strengthen my company's position. I included all the Fortune 500 companies I've collaborated with. Just take a look for yourself. No way. Xiao Yu is clearly giving me face in the wine cellar. Director Chin and Mr. Gu aren't that familiar, right? The butler in the wine cellar? She's pretty cold towards him, too. Last time the director wanted to open some red wine. The butler's expression was off. Hey. Really? That's great. All right. I knew our director Chin was no ordinary talent. She just casually wrote a proposal, and the people over at the story group said it was good to go, and even sent back some suggestions for revisions. Of course. My relationship with the young master is quite extraordinary. Unlike some interns, who spend every day thinking about how to slander me instead of focusing on their work. If you delay the company's collaboration, can you afford the consequences?
Honey, do you like it? I saw your company's proposal, and while it's pretty average, I think it's a good opportunity for you.
It's a great opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you, honey, for supporting my work. Sending love. Maybe Director Gu just got lucky, huh? But I heard that. The story has strict requirements. So Director Chin, please put in your best effort and make adjustments based on the feedback from the story planning department. I can't help but feel envious. This is a collaboration that some people could work their whole lives for and still not get. No way. This is already the 5th time. Why is it so hard to deal with? Director Chin, I think your previous benchmarks were all large foreign companies. Now that we're back in the country, a lot of advanced ideas just don't work here. It's a bit out of touch. Why not let Zhang Yao give this project a try? I think it could work. Even though Zhang Yao dropped out, at least she's a local university student. Just give it to him. Zhang Yao, you should follow up on this project properly. This is also an opportunity for you to show what you can do. Thank you so much, Director Chin. If you hadn't said anything, I would have thought you didn't have the ability to handle this project. Yes, I completely agree with what you are saying. I understand your point of view, and I think it makes a lot of sense. It's clear that you have put a lot of thought into this, and I appreciate the way you have explained it. I am on the same page with you and support your perspective wholeheartedly.
Working late again. Honey, don't you think we spend so little time together these days? Every time we go out to eat, it feels like we're sneaking around, like we're having an affair. Where's the fun in that?
I clearly rode my motorcycle here, looking so cool. So why didn't you let me pick you up downstairs at your office? Come on. You're the story's CEO, Mr. Gu. There are reporters following you around every day taking sneaky photos. If I go in and out with you, won't that expose my identity?
All right. I'll listen to you. But today, you have to ride back with me. Then I'll have Wang Man take my motorcycle back.
All right, then.
Slow. Down.
Sure thing. Isn't he being kept by someone? I really didn't expect you, this country bumpkin, to actually have some skills. It only took 2 days, and the group approved the proposal. My revisions are why he succeeds. He's copying others. Is my work like your proposal? If you can, do it yourself. Does he even have that ability? He's just copying other people's work, stealing their hard-earned results. Shin Si-wan, does what I stayed up late to revise have even 1% in common with your proposal? If you really have that ability, go ahead and make your own. Jiang Yang, the contract I worked so hard to get for you to follow up on is because I think highly of you, so stop messing around here. If we can't finish it today, no one gets to leave.
Blood like 4,000 and still have to work late. Just think of it as experience.
Jiang Yang, aren't you supposed to be really impressive? Why are you still wearing a ring that looks like it came from a street vendor? What are you talking about? This is a custom piece from WG. A private custom. Gunbite. You really know how to daydream. WG's custom pieces and top female celebrities in the country might not be able to borrow jewelry like this. With your measly monthly income of 4,000, how can you even afford a WG custom piece? Zheng Ya, even your flashy Ziegler bike can't blow away the poor vibe you give off. Every day, you're just not doing anything productive. I knew it, begging to be kept by a man. And this is the evidence. I actually caught you getting into a rich person's luxury car. Do you really think that just because you're hanging out with a rich guy, you're a WG VIP client now? I can't be bothered to argue with you, but I am a WG VIP client. There's a website for high net worth individuals. Go ahead and log in, so I can see it. I really want to know, with your monthly income of just a few peanuts, how can you rely on a man to support you? How did you get into a group like this, where the annual income exceeds 100 million? Only those of us who are the future Mrs. Gu, with a hefty dowry, can get in. His annual income exceeded 100 million yuan, which is less than half of my income in Gu Group. However, our relationship has never been made public, and there is really no WG high-level VIP group. All right, I don't have that, but I do have a screenshot of a payment of 120 million. How is that possible? How could you have so much money? You weren't the one who bought that building, were you? When the food delivery guy said he was a new hire, he asked us not to reveal his identity. Director Qin, can you really afford to buy a whole building? Did you leave the house without your brain? Zhang Yao makes only 4,000 a month, riding around on that old bike, while Director Qin drives a globally limited edition car, and even took us to see Mr. Gu's wine cellar. Isn't this obvious enough? It's all Zhang Yang's fault for pretending to be rich with those edited photos. Don't forget, our Director Qin is the daughter of a billionaire. Here comes the future Mrs. Gu again. Oh, it's all my director's fault. How could he lie? Come on. Have a seat. Let me make you a cup of coffee. He's someone who can't even get through the doors of WG. Too lazy to argue with you. It's so strange.
To walk around. Director Chin said WG is on the top floor of this mall. Can you take us to see the world? I've never been into WG. What if I get exposed? Director Chin buying a whole building without batting an eye and taking us to WG to see the sights is no small deal. Director Chin must have been to WG, right? There's no way. He hasn't. Miss, you can't try on the accessories here. What are you doing here? Is this a place for a bumpkin like you to hang out? This is WG, a place only the wives of our Goo Group's executives can visit. Hey waiter, take a good look at this woman carrying a fake bag. She only makes $4.
So you're Mrs. Goo, huh? Our biggest client at WG isn't someone like you, a country bumpkin. You can't afford to buy anything but still want to try it on? Get your store manager over here. I want to see how he tries to disgust me. I definitely don't want anything that a cheap person like you brings in. What's going on? Who dares to cause trouble at WG? Do you believe I'll call security to throw you out? How dare you talk to Mrs. Goo like that in business? Sister Kelly, this woman is the one who disturbed Mrs. Goo's fun. You are fired, you brainless thing. You know who he is, right? Just don't expose my identity. He's just a poor guy making $4,000 a month. And he even offended Mrs. Goo. Hi. Mrs. Goo! Madam, feel free to pick any jewelry you like. Bring me the most expensive jewelry in your store. I want to try it on. I definitely don't want anything brought in by a poor country girl. It's just bad luck. Please go ahead. This one looks nice. Since Mrs. Goo likes these pieces, why not wrap them all up? And not let the staff bring the POS machine to charge your card. I think these pieces are just okay. Nothing special. I don't want them. Just put them away. Jangya, what are you laughing at? These jewelry pieces aren't even for you to wear. I just find it strange. Rich people don't buy jewelry just for how it looks. They buy it for its economic value. I heard the director say that if you don't like any styles, it can't be because you can't afford them, right? How could I? Which piece does the lady plan to buy? This one then. Madam, you have such great taste. This is called Starry Sky, and it's our current featured design. Just need $120 million. As expected from the daughter of a billionaire, her first move is to buy a villa in the rich area, which is totally different from some country bumpkins. Director Chin bought this ring to give some people a taste of what's out there. I think this one is nice. The style and size don't really suit me. Do you have any other styles? I'll put down a deposit of $450,000 today. We can arrange for a stock transfer for you. Shanghai. Madam, please take this. How did you come up with the idea of making him pay? Did he impersonate you first, claiming to be Mrs. Go? Madam, I beg you not to fire me. I will never recognize the big picture. During the training, it was mentioned that everyone who comes into the store is treated like a god, and everyone should be treated equally. You violated the rules, so pack your things and go home. The down payment is a fortune, and he still dares to impersonate someone after going missing as a child. Oh right, we recently got a lot of new styles. If you like any, just take them. All right, this one. Director Chin is really generous. We've learned a lot today. Yeah, Director. When the ring arrives, can you let me try it on? You two go wait for me at that W7 restaurant. I'll treat you both to a meal. I just need to go to the restroom. See you in a bit. I just remembered I bought the same one before, so please process my return for this. Do you need to exchange it for something else? I'm telling you to return it, so don't waste your breath. Be careful, or I'll report you for forcing me to spend $450,000, which is no small amount. Of course I can do that. Madam, please hold on for a moment. Zhang Yang, why are you still here? Director Chin, Are you returning the things you just bought? I don't like it anymore. Can't I return it? You look like you're begging for Sun Yang. That's just bad luck. I only buy what I need, and never buy things for the sake of pleasure, since Director Chin doesn't like you to withdraw. First, I will go home first. Mr. Gu brought back a 360 million diamond from South Africa a while ago and wants to design a set of jewelry for you. If you have any ideas, just let me know, so I can help you create something you like. Sister Kelly is really a hassle. Let's chat on WeChat. We should get going, madam. It's time for us to leave. I'm leaving. Goodbye, Uncle Long. No wonder Zhang Yang has a ring worth 120 million. It turns out he's with an older man. So it's a little trick to snatch his ring? That way, I'd be rich overnight. Then I'd be rich overnight. Chun Yuan King, aren't you in debt for 120 million from gambling? Let me tell you a way. Just find Zhang Yang, and then take his ring. Which one is Zhang Yao? I have a bouquet that needs to be signed for. The flowers can't be from Xiao Yu, right? Qin Siwen, what are you doing meddling in my business? My dear Yao Yao, you are my one true love, Zhou Yanqing. You and Zhou Yuanqing were involved before college. Now flowers arrive at the office. Let him buy you a ring. Director Chin and Manager Gu, VIPs in WG, spend over 100 million on a ring. What's up? You're not still thinking about how to handle things while at work, are you? Let the older man buy you a ring. Is that so? I am not like some people who fantasize about being a rich second generation and pretend to be someone else. Director Chin and Mr. Gu are in the same circle and are both VIPs of WG. They spend more than 100 million yuan on rings. Unlike you, who doesn't rely on your own hard work, but on sleeping with men to get what you want. Zhang Ya, how shameless can you be? You're being kept by an older man while still eyeing someone else, and you even trick a nice guy into being your backup boyfriend. Sending a bouquet of flowers means you're together? You guys are really naive. Let me tell you something. I got married. Zhu Yanqing, what are you doing? Let go of me.
Xiang Yao, the one I've always loved is you.
Marry me. Handsome guy. The ring Zhang Yao is wearing is a 120 million yuan private TV ring. Maybe she just despises the poor and loves the rich. And doesn't want to take you as a gift. What are you talking about? True love is more important than money. Besides, look at Zhong Yeqing. He's both handsome and respectable. Zhang Yang, why not just go for him? It's better than relying on those older men. For your meals, like Director Chin said, some people earn 4,000 a month, so they shouldn't be thinking about spending millions in a month. It's better to be down to earth.
Who says I don't have money? I'm here today to give Zhang Yao a better life. Zhang Yao, I love you.
Good thing I prepared a luxury car in advance, but now this damn woman is going to slap me in the face. I'll say it one last time. Back when you stole my academic work in college and got together with Qin Siwan, you even forced me to take a leave of absence. You should have realized that we have no chance at all. Zhang Yang, it's clearly your own lack of ability. You dropped out halfway and can't stand to see Director Chin doing well. Are they trying to steal your academic achievements? It's obviously your own fault. I don't care what you say. I'm not like some people who steal others' academic achievements and get reported, never able to compete again. Our manager Gu's wife just returned from studying abroad. She doesn't even look at those low-level competitions in the country. I think you're just jealous and spreading malicious rumors.
I won't allow you to say that. Jian Yu, I'm doing pretty well, right? I have a luxury car at such a young age.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. This car looks like the one our nanny uses for grocery shopping.
Yaoma, I've been looking for you all these years just to make up with you, right? I swear, I, Zhu Yanqing, will always love Zhang Liu in this life. If I betray him, I'll eat instant noodles without any seasoning, get my car scratched when I go out, and get hit by a vase from upstairs while walking.
Never make a vow lightly, or else the heavens will hear it. Madam, we've arrived. All right. I'm just leaving now.
Save you. I'd rather be with an old man than be fooled by me. How's the investigation that Uncle Gong asked you to do? Zhou Yanqing has been in contact with the previous 4 kids for the past 2 years. Madam, you should be a bit more careful. Zhou Yanqing is a ruthless gambler. Gong Shu.
You should teach Zhou Yanqing a lesson. By doing as I say... Okay, madam.
I'll just take care of it right away. How did you put this stuff here? I swear I'll make you pay for this. My car got scratched by some jerk. Hey, go home. You went against your pride on your own, and now you drag me into it, making me swear an oath that came true. Useless.
It's just a bowl of instant noodles without the seasoning packet, right? Cheng Ye sells that 12 million ring, and he won't have to eat instant noodles for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Get ring, use force. That ring is mine now. And if you don't want to use your charm, then I have to take a tougher approach. Yao Yao. Someone, go check the lady's location right now. If something happens to Xiao Yao, you're all done for.
Little beauty, wait for me, as long as I get that ring and sell it. You don't have to be kept by an old man. I can still give you a cut of the money. Ha ha ha.
Zhuo Yuanqing, what do you want to do? How much do you want? I can give it to you.
You little bitch. You really think you're something. If it weren't for the fact that I still have a bit of a soft spot for you. And I'm still being kept by an old man.
Do you know what happens if you mess with me? I'm Gu Xiaoyu's woman.
Yeah. How could Gu Xiaoyu be interested in someone like you? You... Baby, I'll make you feel really good. Ha 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 ha.
Su Yu, why are you so ruthless?
Don't be scared. I'm coming. Zhou Yanqing is suspected of kidnapping and extortion. Why protect her? She's just kept by an old man. Once taken, she's in prison for life, right? She scammed you with academic results from your ex. Now he schemes for money and threatens lives. How can I trust you? You work alone. He's in debt. He heard I have money and thought to scam me. But who am I to care? That's no reason not to protect yourself from kidnapping.
She is your ex-boyfriend who cheated you of your academic achievements before. Now he dares to kill you for money. How can I rest assured? You went to work alone. He owed some foreign debts. He learned from others that I had a little money, so he wanted to cheat me out of some money.
But who am I? Why would I care about all this? That's not a valid reason for you to get kidnapped, because you didn't protect yourself.
Yama, starting tomorrow, I'll make sure to take care of myself and focus on work.
Oh, honey, was this an accident? Starting tomorrow, I won't be recording any finances for the fake goods. Oh, come on. I'm just a worker making $4,000 a month. I can't keep getting robbed like this. All right. Let's not make a big deal out of it. Good morning. Jung-young, what are you doing here? You're not... What are you talking about?
Aren't you with Zhou Yeqing? You know, someone like him who has luxury cars picking up and dropping off his girlfriend from work.
I thought once you got with him, you wouldn't have to work anymore. How could that be? He's not coming back.
The ring is gone. And that jerk Chen Angson was with must not have run off, right? Hello. The user you are calling is currently unavailable. Mrs. Gu, this is a local specialty I brought from home this weekend. If you don't mind, you can give it a try. If Mrs. Gu doesn't want to experience life anymore, then in the future, I am your personal assistant. And me. If anyone dares to bully the young lady, I will definitely give them a good beating. I came here to work on projects, not to be someone's eunuch or nanny. What do you mean? What I mean is, Director Chin, since you're the one with deep pockets, you'll be covering the bill for tomorrow's reunion, right? Of course I will. That's great. I quickly sent a message to the group to let my old classmates know this good news, and told them to eat up. Director Chin, why don't you buy a nice bottle of wine from your private cellar for everyone to try? Director Chin. You can't possibly not be able to do it, right? How is that possible? Director Chin is loaded, and will be Mrs. Gu in the future. It's just a bottle of wine. What's there that he can't do? In such a grand occasion, can you take me along for the parent-child event? With Sister Zhenzhen. Of course, no problem.
Mrs. Gu treats us with wine. Her dad, Gu Xiaoyu, tops Forbes. Qin Siwan, remember us as you rise, showing fine wine.
That's the Gu Xiaoyu, the richest guy on the global Forbes list. Qin Siwan, you're doing great, but don't forget us old classmates as you rise to fame. What's this? Our director Qin is actually a hidden billionaire's daughter. When it comes to red wine, she can casually drop hundreds of thousands. If it weren't for the sake of old classmates today, I wouldn't be here to give you all a taste of this fine wine. By the way, let's let a certain loudmouth country bumpkin have a sip of such good stuff. With such a great opportunity, how come I haven't seen the red wine? I wanted to take some photos and post them on my social media. You don't drink this red wine like that. You bunch of country bumpkins are at the most luxurious and expensive hotel in the city today. You guys can secretly enjoy the fact that you're drinking the red wine worth 10 million that Mrs. Gu specially prepared. This red wine, it's worth 10 million. How can this taste the same as the red wine I got from a street vendor? This wine actually tastes familiar. This is our company's special custom model, officially priced at $59.99. Actually, it's just $3,982 a bottle. How did this happen? I spent $2 million on the wine. How could these country bumpkins find out about it? What do you mean $3,982 a bottle? You country bumpkins really think Mrs. Gu would drink such low-quality wine? Jiang Yao, I think you're just being jealous. You probably don't know this, but I sell wine.
Qin Siwan, you're not looking down on us and trying to embarrass us with this, are you? I clearly remember you dressed pretty normally in college. Isn't this red wine just made from grapes?
Have you ever had wine worth tens of millions? Oh, by the way, a couple of days ago I went to Gu's wine cellar and even had afternoon tea there. Let me show you all a thing or two. That's true.
I actually wanted to treat everyone to a meal today. But looking at everyone's attitude, it seems like I'm not really welcome here. Forget it. I guess I'll just let it go. Sigh.
Lady, today it's our fault for not recognizing the situation. If I say something wrong, please forgive me. I'm done. I really don't want anyone teaching me how to do my job.
Jiang Yang, this is where you went wrong. Beauty, Chin brought tens of millions worth of red wine, and you just have to pick a fight. Honestly, you're like a wild boar that can't appreciate the finer things. Something to broaden your horizons. I can't help it. I've really never had such average red wine before. Isn't Director Chin? Mrs. Gu? She shouldn't care about this little bit of money, right? The pocket money from Huaitian is way more than this. Well, that's great. Please, Director, be generous. It's rare for us to get together and eat freely. So let's just enjoy and settle the bill. I want to eat sea cucumber and abalone. Now that we have the red wine, can we go all out on the king crab, the grouper, and the shrimp?
I want this.
The sea cucumber and abalone are great. Give me some. I really want it so very much indeed, so... You just wait for me, okay? That's enough. This is the teacher.
Waiter, the bill, please. Excuse me, who's paying the bill today? The total is $378,000. What? A meal costs $400,000. Are you guys robbing us? Each of you ordered 2 leopard groupers and king crabs, and with the drinks, that adds up to $300,000. Is the lady paying? A meal costs $400,000. Are you guys robbing us? Each of you ordered 2 leopard groupers and king crabs, and with the drinks, that adds up to $300,000. Is the lady paying? Bye. All right, ma'am, enjoy your meal. I still don't know if I can come up with that much money. If I don't care about failing, then wouldn't my identity be exposed? Director Chin, are you okay? Are you feeling uncomfortable? You're always going against me. I'm not feeling well today, so I'm leaving. Don't rush. Come on. We haven't even settled the bill yet. If Director Chin leaves, where are we going to get the money from, right? It's just a little over $400,000. How do we have that much money? So it turns out it's Mr. Gu's wife. Mr. Gu has already paid the bill, so you all go ahead and eat. If you need anything, just call me anytime. Home, see? The one paying the bill today is Mr. Gu, and our Director Chin here is indeed the true Mrs. Gu. Really? Then could you please ask Director Chin to bring Mr. Gu over? It's just the right time to discuss the amusement park project. Jiang Yang. Xiaoyu, you think you deserve to call him. I'm telling you, finding an older man to sleep with is one thing, but trying to seduce someone else's husband every day is just too much. I think you're just asking for trouble, future husband. You might not even know Gu Xiaoyu. I really suspect Qin Siwan. Do you have a delusion or something? Stop staring at other people's husbands. To avoid being exposed in public?
Who exactly is he? Why are there so few people? I don't know Gu Xiaoyu. What are you doing here?
Honey, don't you think we should bring our spouses to the class reunion? Why is such a handsome and charming husband afraid of being discovered? Mr. Gu spent nearly 400,000 yuan at once. If I really take you out, won't my identity be exposed? If it's exposed, it's exposed. And I can't go back to work in the group. I'm warning you. Don't think about tricking me back to the company. I want to be an independent woman of the new era. Okay, honey. Next time something like this happens, I'll pay for myself. Just make sure you don't wear yourself out.
Doing things for my wife. I don't feel tired at all.
My classmates are still waiting for me. I have to go now.
You actually came here to steal a man? If you were the one playing with the banana, how are you going to explain such a happy photo?
Wow, this is so exciting. The guy in the photo is the same one I took a picture with, right? Jangya, I usually think you're just a good-for-nothing troublemaker, but I didn't expect you to be so good at playing with men. You just go for all ages, huh? Every day, all you do is flirt with men. Look at those clothes you're wearing. Not serious at all. Not serious. This is actually a high-end winter piece. From that brand. Experience. It's all about experience. It's work time now. Aren't you all working? You little... Do you still want to hide the truth from the past? Then why don't you explain to everyone what your relationship is with the professionals? You're juggling multiple relationships and still have the nerve to complain. Everyone. Manager Gu will be coming to our company in 3 days to check on the project progress. So please have the relevant staff prepare the project report. Of course, this opportunity should go to Director Chin. That's only natural, since I am the overall person in charge of the project. Jiangyang, you'd better send me the PPT for this report tonight. Why should I? Why should I? What do you mean, why should I? Qin Siwen, are you out of your mind? I'm just trying to teach you some workplace rules. For your own good. You need to remember, I am your boss. I'm here to work, not to be your servant. If you want me to make the report PPT, you need to show some respect first. Also, he needs to create a PPT that will satisfy Manager Gu, so let's just let it go for now. Alright. Great. It's done for tonight. What's wrong? Why did you suddenly go to the company to follow up on the project? Time is so tight that I have to work overtime. All right. I'm sorry.
I won't do it again next time, okay? You should rest in the car for a bit and take a day off tomorrow.
You all get this done for me. Manager Gu is here. Manager Gu, you're here.
I was just saying they are together, see?
Manager Gu smiled when he saw Director Chin.
Manager Gu, I'm the overall person in charge of this plan, and I'll be the one explaining it to you. Let's head to the conference room for the meeting. Sure, please come this way.
Why aren't you going?
He's just an intern, so he doesn't need to participate. Everyone else has to. Manager Gu, This is the cooperation plan we've developed for your company. Did you really make this? What's going on? Why do I feel like Manager Gu is targeting Director Chin? Don't they know each other? Manager Gu, I'm the overall person in charge of this project. So of course, I planned it all myself. Those questions I just asked.
Your answer wasn't very good. The GU Group still hopes that capable people will be in charge of this project.
Look at this situation. Manager Gu doesn't give Director Chin any face at all. Aren't they supposed to be familiar with each other? Last time we went to the wine cellar, that butler didn't even recognize Chin Siwan and wanted to kick us out. You guys are just realizing this now. Chin Siwan doesn't even know Gu Xiaoyu, and she's definitely not some future Mrs. Gu. But the property management clearly said that one of the newcomers can buy a building. What are you guys whispering about? Don't forget, I was the one who took you to the wine cellar. It was me who won the contract of GU Group. I bought it at the class reunion. If it was just me, Chin Siwan, not her, why would Zhang Yang look at her? Director Chin is right. All of this is thanks to Director Chin. But Zhang Yao was there when these things happened. Well, you don't understand this. Shang Yun has been training me all the time, and he actually respects me a lot. He's also a workaholic.
See, he apologized to me now, and said he would treat me to dinner tonight. No wonder. My friends in GU Group said that.
Rumor has it that Mrs. Gu has gone out to gain experience, but she is not working in the GU Group's companies, so no one knows what she looks like. It's all Zhang Yao's fault for insisting on joining the company together, causing us to misunderstand Director Chin. If Director Chin hadn't bought the building, how could we have had the discount of 1 year's rent? Yes. Speaking of buying a house, I haven't seen the real estate certificate of this building yet. Director Chin, why don't you open our eyes? How much do you earn a month as a country bumpkin? Can you afford to buy a house? Do you know that it takes a long time to get the real estate certificate after the purchase? There is no way. I have someone to do everything I buy, and I really don't have the opportunity to do it myself. Since we can't see the property certificate, with your status as someone who made a huge down payment, you should be able to get the company a few more years of rent reduction. What does he really want? Not only does he know my identity is fake, but he's also opposing me at every turn. Could he be the one who bought the building? No, that can't be. Zhang Yao, you want to have sex? Don't think you can be happy just by hooking up with an old man. How dare you talk to me like that? Can't we just speak Mandarin? Director Chin? I'm here to work and make money, not to play your little games. What do you know? Director Chin is in a good mood, gave us a year's rent reduction, and even brought us a bottle of wine worth tens of millions. So you think highly of us, huh? You're saying Director Chin's identity is fake, and you sound so convincing. Are you in the same circle as Mr. Gu? Oh! You're not trying to hook up with that old man, are you? Then go ahead and try to seduce Xiao Yun and become his mistress. Zhang Yang, you're being ridiculous. You're messing around with 3 or 4 guys and still daydreaming here. I've already said it. It's all a misunderstanding. I'm married. So how could I possibly be with several men at the same time? So you still dare to question that the person who bought the building that day wasn't me? Wasn't it you? A huge down payment.
Honey, are you saying we shouldn't fight back? Against those people at the company who are bullying you? Isn't that just unreasonable?
What's the big deal? These are just tests on my path to being independent and strong. If I can't handle these, then what can I say about being a new era independent woman? Besides, you didn't give Chin Suwan any face at the meeting that day. That was just the appetizer. The best part is yet to come. Isn't the GU Group's award ceremony happening at the end of this month? Yeah, that's right. So, you want to expose Chin Siwan's identity at the meeting. Honey, you're really clever.
But now is not the time to talk about that.
I'm warning you. You can expose Chin Siwan's identity, but you absolutely must not reveal mine.
didn't that bumpkin say you didn't have to follow me? Why are you still tagging along? Today's star is our director Chin. Did you see that? This is what you call high-end fashion worth millions. Of course. By the way, in a bit, I'll be going on stage to speak on behalf of the company. You guys. Especially you, Zhang Yang. Don't be like that hungry dog shoving everything into your mouth. Director Chin, today the stage of the Gu Group is set up. Just for you. I will keep a close eye on Zhang Yao. And then cheer for you and President Gu from the audience, wishing you both a lifetime of happiness. What are you so proud of?
Welcome everyone to our Gu Group's anniversary celebration. The amusement park built by the group with an investment of billions. Through promotion across various channels, the number of visitors on the order day reached 30,000.
Director Chin, aren't you two about to get together? You both look like a perfect match. Maybe President Gu is going to propose to you in public soon, of course. No one but me is worthy of Xiao Yu. Zhang Yao, what do you mean? Let's get moving and stretch a bit.
Next, let's welcome the representative from Xifeng Entertainment to the stage.
How did you get up here?
I'm the full-time leader of this project.
You're in charge of this project.
Well, the short video ads for subways and buses. I planned it all myself, you know.
How did I hear about this? It was Zhang Yao's power line that followed up.
Manager Gu, there must be a misunderstanding. He definitely copied my plan and took credit for my work. Director Chin, I just found out that one of the people in our project docking group is Mr. Gu. So, there is no need for you to pretend here. Why didn't you say so earlier? Aren't you two acquainted? I thought you knew each other already. I'm the design director. You will only be fit to watch me from the sidelines. And you will only be fit to watch me from the sidelines. Well, it was Manager Gu who brought me up on stage. Director Chin, you have to meet the client's request, right? Do you still want to do this? Get out of here right now. What if I don't agree? Manager Gu, you can't just overlook the rules just because Zhang Yang is good-looking. Zhang Yang, you really... Manager Gu and Director Chin are actually good friends from school.
I don't even know this woman at all.
You mustn't expose my identity. But when he first started working in the office, didn't he buy a whole building and get a whole year's rent waived? Si Siwan, you little... How dare you lie to us? Manager Gu, I didn't mean to say those things just now. It's all his fault. He's the one who has been lying to us. Didn't I say that earlier? Manager Gu, I didn't mean to say those things just now. It's all his fault. He's the one who has been lying to us. Didn't I say that a long time ago? On that day, there were more people entering the company besides me and Qin Siwan. I guess some young lady wanted to experience life, and ended up being misled by Qin Siwan. I never claimed to be some future Mrs. Gu, but there's one thing you guys didn't get wrong. I really am in a relationship with Gu Xiaoyu. Still pretending, huh? But there's one thing you guys got right. I really am in a relationship with Gu Xiaoyu. Still pretending, huh? Do you really think that just because a chicken gets plastic surgery, it can become a phoenix? And you still want to get close to Manager Gu? Shin Siwan, you better see this clearly. This is Manager Gu's territory, not a place for you to pretend. I'm the daughter of the richest man. Shin Siwan, at this point, you should stop pretending to be someone else. Some earn 4,000 monthly, yet aim for Gu's president. You're a regular worker, pretending to be wealthy. Qin Siwan is my daughter. I just came up here today to reclaim my own glory. Qin Siwan, you're just like us, a regular worker, yet you pretend to be the daughter of a wealthy family. Qin Siwan is my daughter.
Everyone. I was planning to host a banquet in a few days, but with what happened today, I have to make a simple clarification.
You actually offended the richest man just for a working girl. If the down payment isn't happy, who knows, they might just blacklist Gu Xiaoyu from the Shanghai market. You might as well go drink some Northwest Wind.
What are you doing? Did Zhang Yang see that? I'm the daughter of the richest man. I'm the only one in this world qualified to stand by Xiao Yu's side. With just one word from me, I can bring him billions in orders. Hey, you're just a country bumpkin who got lucky on stage. This person looks a lot like Zhang Yao when she was young. Could he be the daughter of the richest man? If Zhang Yao is truly the richest man's daughter, placing her identity means her father's status is mine. If I can take her identity, then her father's status and position will all be mine. This is the banquet of Gu Corporation.
This is not a place for you, Qin Xuan, to run wild. Zhang Yang, I advise you not to overestimate yourself. Just because you think you can do this project well, it doesn't mean you'll catch the attention of Manager Gu from Gu Corporation. This woman is definitely done for. She's offended the most favored daughter of the Qin family, and staying in this city will be a problem for her.
All right. They've cleared up their misunderstanding about you. Let Xiao Yu handle the hosting of the anniversary event. Besides, for such a small project, whatever you want in the future, I'll give it to you.
Dad.
It's this Zhang Yao who's suppressing me everywhere. She's even making me serve tea and stealing my project. As a father, he actually favors the one who will bite the ring. Justice will prevail. You're fake. Leave. Miss Qin just blamed me for not being smart enough to realize that you are the real rich heiress. You two are just playing both sides and then calling me fake. Someone, get those two out of here. I never want to see them again. Miss, please spare me. I was wrong, miss. And you, Jiang Yao, are you planning to kneel on the ground and beg me to forgive you? Or do you want my people to throw you out and feed you to the dogs? Miss Qin, you're not welcome here. Gu Xiaoyu, you can't really be interested in this mountain chicken, can you? What do you think he can bring you? Oh, it can't be a room full of wild men, right? Even if you are the rich heiress, you should still speak with evidence, right? Evidence. Zheng Yao with an older man bought her a 120 million diamond ring at WG. Isn't this Gu's chauffeur? He even had that old man buy a 120 million diamond ring at WG. Isn't this guy Gu's chauffeur? He usually seems pretty honest. How could he abandon an actress to keep a young girl?
You just don't get it. This is called knowing a person's face, but not their heart. Someone like Zhang Yao, with her dirty background, still wants to cling to Gu.
He's really something. I want to see this for myself. Who dares to make trouble on our Gu family's turf? I actually think this girl is pretty good, understanding, clever, and sensible. Mom, what are you doing here? The young master said you wanted to gain some experience in the workplace and be a hard-working woman, so I came over to check on you. Is anyone allowed to be the lady of the Gu family?
Aunt, I feel like you have some unnecessary misunderstandings about me. How about this? In 3 days, the Qin family's having a dinner. And I hope you can come with Xiao Yu then. We can also discuss the cooperation between our Qin and Gu families. I'll excuse myself from 4 bowls. Yaoma, just relax. You'll always be a great daughter-in-law of the Gu family. Got it. Cheng Yao. I've never had anything this delicious. I advise you to be a bit careful in our Qin family. If you run into something, you might end up owing a lifetime of debt. It's just a few bites of food. Do you really need to be so stingy, country bumpkin? I advise you not to have delusions. Gu Xiaoyu can only be mine. Have you overslept and your brain is all foggy? Oh, Jiangyong. What are you doing? Ah, Qingyang, I'm only talking to you because we're colleagues. So you want to embarrass me? In front of so many people? At another banquet, huh? You might as well call the police right now. I want to see if I can find my fingerprints on you. I clearly saw you push Miss Chin just now. Relying on having the Gu matriarch backing you, you think you can twist the truth. Yes, Miss Chin, we can testify for you. Did you see that? This time, I actually have witnesses. Let me tell you, this is a dinner specially set up for me by the Chin family. You offended me, so you should bow your head, admit your mistake, and then get out of here. Someone, come. I came in here with an invitation from Mr. Gu. Jing Siwan, are you trying to kick me out? At the very least, you should tell Mr. Gu not to use Xiao Yu to threaten me. I have my own ways to deal with this. You offended me, so you'll have to pay the price. Wait a minute, Xing Siwan. Let me give you a piece of advice. Neither Gu Xiao Yu nor the Gu family likes arrogant and overbearing people. You offended me, and you'll have to pay the price. Wait a minute. Qin Siwan, let me give you a piece of advice. Neither Gu Xiao Yu nor the Gu family likes arrogant and overbearing people. Step back. And wait. You'll eventually pay the price for your actions. Bomber. Mr. Gu. Long time no see. I've said it many times, but I'm a married person. Chin Saiwan, why don't you ever listen to advice? You like red bean cake too? Thank you.
Yeah, I've been eating it since I was a kid. And I don't even know when I started to like it. Mr. Chin. Sure, I'll give you one. How would I know? It's this good. My father asked me to discuss our family's cooperation with you.
As for the company's matters, let's leave it to Xiao Yu to handle.
Young Master is indeed a promising young man in this circle with a promising future. Then you see, our two families are a good match. It's completely normal to want to pursue her.
If you want to talk to me about emotional issues, I think there's a generational gap between us, so it's better not to discuss it.
So, you don't know. She's about to rekindle things with her ex-boyfriend.
What did you say? Zhang Yao and I were college classmates. I found this out when I was looking through the yearbook yesterday.
Zhang Yang and Zhou Yanqing, they're quite the famous couple at our school. Just yesterday, he proposed to her downstairs at the office. He had been preparing all this because he didn't want to keep being supported by an old man. I didn't expect it to have such a big impact. How is he going to handle this? He's quite something. I didn't expect it to have such a big impact. He's managing the young mistress harms. How can the young mistress of the Hao family do something so detrimental to the group? And there's no need to get upset over this woman. The banquet is about to start, and we'll need you to go on stage then.
Of course.
Everyone, tonight is my first public appearance at the banquet, and I'm really happy that you all could come, especially you, Aunt. So today, I hope that the Chin family and the Gu family can reach a cooperation, and I also hope that Aunt can consider the marriage between me and the young master.
I hope our cooperation goes smoothly. Wan Wan is a very understanding girl, and I also hope that she and Xiao Yu can get along well.
The Gu group and the Chin group only have a simple cooperative relationship. As for him, I'm not very familiar with him, and I hope it stays that way in the future too. Sai, we used to have a lot of interactions, and I hope we can have more in the future. As for my relationship issues, it's not up to anyone else to teach me how to do things.
Could it be that Zhang Yao really caught Gu Xiaoyu's interest?
How can a woman who's so entangled with her ex be fit to give birth to the heir of the Gu family?
The person in the photo is called Zhou Yanqing, and she got together with him just to participate in the competition. After getting the results of the academic report, so they just kicked Yao Yao out of the picture. What about the proposal in the office? Yao Yao's diamond ring was recognized. Che Yuanqing owes quite a bit in gambling debts. They want to get back together. But even after failing, they still won't give up. And now he's still in jail.
The society outside is still too dangerous. If he wants to go to work, let him stay in the story. I think so too. But Yao Yao just won't agree. As the mistress of the Gu family, she has to prioritize the Gu family. This matter is not up to her. Since she has a working relationship with the young lady from the Chin family, let Yao Yao handle the cooperation between the Gu and Chin families from now on. Mom, are you crazy? Chin Siwan keeps thinking about Yao Yao. How can I let Yao Shu suffer this kind of grievance? Is it really worth it to let such a small issue ruin the relationship between the two families? I have to go, whether I want to or not. Yao Yao has little to do with working in her own company, so I'll tell you about it. Before you connect with Chin Siwan on the project, you should first go to the antique shop and prepare a gift for her. Isn't this the work of the company's project department? Why would they ask me to do it? Shouldn't I be going to the design department? As the mistress of the Gu family, you have to prioritize the Gu family in everything you do. You just need to prepare a gift and lower your head to close this deal.
Okay, Mom, I'll listen to you. Jiang Ying, what are you doing here? Be careful. This is a Ru kiln from the Song Dynasty, worth 7 million. So what if it's 7 million? It's worth my attention. Oh, by the way, I heard you joined the Gu group. You're not trying to ride on Gu Xiaoyu's coattails, are you? Just freeloading and posting on social media? Really? Is this the legendary black card with no spending limit? It's going to be good, huh? You haven't even stepped into the Gu family yet, and you're already stealing things, dressed all fancy, and you're actually stealing from the Gu family? This woman really has no shame. I can't be bothered to explain to you guys. The boss is swiping the card, and I'll take this one. Today, whatever you want to see, I, Chin Siwan, will take it all. Offending the young lady of the Chin family. This woman is asking for trouble. Young lady? Did you ever think that I came out to buy things to give to someone? With that poor look on your face, whatever you give will just be seen as a fake. How about this? You go send a goose feather. What's that saying again? Sending a goose feather from 1,000 miles away. It's the thought that counts. The young lady is right. I'll listen to you this time. Jiang Yang, what are you doing here? Director Chin, I'm Jiang Yang, here to discuss the contract matters on behalf of the Gu family group. Don't think that just because you switch jobs to this company, you can turn from a nobody into something great. I'm telling you, you're not qualified to discuss cooperation with me. This is just a small token of my appreciation. I hope you can put aside any past grievances, Director. You are trying to please me. I didn't expect you to be such a good person. Jiang Yang, what do you mean? You think you can fool me with this? At the antique shop, you taught me. A small gift holds sentiment. This involves a project worth billions. Does the Gu family not want it? Director Chin, isn't this what you asked for? Why aren't you satisfied? Call the Gu family and fire Jiang Yang. I don't believe it. Director Chin, wasn't this all your request? Why are you still not satisfied? Call the Gu family right now and have them fire Jiang Yang? I just don't believe it. I can't get rid of this crazy woman. We should set aside our grudges and focus on work. Chin Siwan, you don't know what's valuable. I just don't believe that this profit-driven woman like you could make the company offend me for your sake. Sigh. Chin Siwan, you really don't know what's valuable, do you? If you only knew what else was hidden beneath this feather, are you going to be won over by gifts? Madam, Miss Chin is here. Aunt, great, Wan is here. Come, sit down. What does she mean by that? She definitely wants to take the opportunity to curry favor with the Gu family and get into high society. Aunt blames Zhang Yang for this. Otherwise, our Gu family and the Qin family would have already finalized the cooperation. Then we need to give him a good lesson. Yama, go get some fruits that were airlifted for Miss Qin. Okay? I'm on it. Aunt, if you ask me, people who drop out halfway like this shouldn't be in the company. I want to change my partner for this collaboration. You might be misunderstanding. You're talking about studying at one of the top 3 universities in the world. So what? If you want our Qin family's cooperation, then get Zhang Yao out of here. It would be best if she never shows up in this city again. Miss Qin is really forcing the madam to kick the young lady out, isn't she? How is that even possible? Zhang Yao is Gu Xiangyu's wife. Right. There's no way anyone else is worthy of him except for me, Qin Suan. It seems like Miss Qin and the madam are getting along quite well, Zhang Yao. Are you still here pretending? Do you think I'm easy to bully? How could that be? Miss Qin, did you misunderstand something? Aunt, look, she's humiliating me. How could that be? Didn't he prepare a gift for you to take to your company? A gift? He just gave me a broken feather and said something like, "It's the thought that counts." Even though my relationship with the family isn't great, he shouldn't humiliate me like this, right? How could there be only goose feathers? Didn't Miss Qin open it to take a look? Well, there is also a brush under the box, which is worth 3.7 million. Why didn't you tell me there was a brush inside? Miss Qin would open it and check. Wan, accept it. It's a gesture from us. That box? I gave it to the aunt at home. The Gu family's ancestors were officials, one even a prime minister. That's an antique from the Gu family. I wouldn't have given such an expensive gift to the aunt. I gave that box to the aunt. Miss Qin may not know, but the Gu family's ancestors were officials, and one of them reached the rank of prime minister. That's really an antique passed down from the Gu family. Aunt, it's just Zhang Ying being mysterious. I wouldn't have given a costly gift to the aunt. How can you treat something so valuable, Miss Qin? Like it's just garbage and toss it aside. Aunt, it's all Zhang Ying trying to be mysterious. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given such an expensive gift to the aunt.
All right. It's getting late. I should rest now. Miss Qin, please head back. Aunt.
Miss, Madame Gu isn't lying to you. Zhang Ya really did get married to Gu Xiaoyu last September. All right, you dare to treat me like a fool. Where is he now? I'm going to find him. Yao is coordinating the contract with the Qin group. It's been a pleasure working together, Zhang Yao. Now the collaboration between the Story Company and the Qin family has been cancelled. Qin Xiwan, are you out of your mind? The collaboration contract between our 2 families has already been signed. Do you even know how much you'll have to pay for breaching it? And I still have you teaching me how to do things. I'm now fully responsible for the collaboration with your company on behalf of the story. Since you have that attitude. Fine, there are plenty of people chasing us for the Bai project. Miss Qin, just wait for the compensation for the breach of contract. I never said I wouldn't discuss the collaboration. I just, Oh, what do I need to teach you? Do you even know that this dress is worth 1.7 million? What's wrong with the boss? Whose fault is it? It's this crazy woman. She almost burned me with boiling water.
Dad, I'm calling Dr. Wang right now to come check on you. No need. I'm not that fragile.
But if some people do something wrong, shouldn't they pay a price? I never touched that cup from the beginning to the end. It must be a misunderstanding on Miss Qin's part.
Doll. Miss Zhang definitely didn't mean to do it. Miss Zhang. My daughter is a bit emotional today, so you should head back for now. We'll talk about work another day. Okay?
Uncle Qin, excuse me. Dad, how can you side with an outsider? Am I still not your daughter? I met her when I was abroad.
He does his job well and treats people nicely. I think there must be some misunderstandings between you two. Is this what they call a father-daughter connection?
No way. I have to ruin Zhang Yang and become the true daughter of a wealthy family. If you want me to forgive him, fine. But I need you to create an opportunity for me. I want Gu Xiaoyu to come and discuss this collaboration with me.
What do you want? But Gu Xiaoyu already announced his marriage news earlier. I heard his wife is dad.
I've been out there for so many years. You know how I've been living all this time. You don't care about me at all. Don't you want to make it up to me? Fine, fine, fine. I'll agree to whatever you say.
You... Miss Jiang. I'm really sorry. I had so much trouble to get this child back. By the way, I still want to invite you to the banquet on Saturday, okay?
Sorry for the trouble, but I won't take this to heart. I'm just a worker.
Oh, this kid really looks like my daughter when she was little. Shang Yu.
I'm really glad you could come to my private dinner. I think today we can talk about the collaboration between our two families. For the collaboration, talk to my wife? Miss Chin, you're really eager to get started, huh? I can start right now. Zhang Yang, aren't you thinking about securing this collaboration? Prove that you're not just a useless person raised by the Gu family, right? Fine, I can help you with that, but you want to divorce Xiao Yu? Qin Siwan, are you still half asleep? I suggest you splash some cold water on your face to wake up a bit.
Enough. Really. President Qin, did you invite me here just to show off to my wife? Pick it up. Miss Wang Wanjiang and President Gu are both guests. Dad, I'm doing this for Xiao Yu's sake.
Why would you want to be with a woman like her who doesn't know how to behave? All she thinks about all day is flirting with men. She doesn't deserve you at all. She's still involved with Zhou Yuanqing, and even went to a hotel with him. Hey! Qin Siwan, you really have a talent for spreading rumors? I'm not just spreading rumors, I have evidence.
Mr. Gu, I'm begging you. Yang Yang and I truly love each other. Please support us. Zhou Yanqing, what nonsense are you talking about? Then how did you get out of here? Who let you out?
You have the hotel records and photos. Yang Yang, how can you still not admit it?
Yes, Yao Yao and I just checked into a room. 10 million from Qin Siwan and
I'll fly abroad to see Mr. Gu. You can't edit photos, yet you think you can frame me with someone who looks like me. The hotel has our records. You're with the young master while being ambiguous with Zhou Yanqing. Mr. Gu is unfortunate to deal with such a shady woman.
Hotel has records. Disgusting! You're with young master, ambiguous with Zhou.
You're with the young master, but still have this ambiguous relationship with Zhou Yanqing. Oh, Mr. Gu is really unfortunate to deal with such a shady woman. What's so great about that broke guy anyway? How could he compare to our Mr. Gu? He must be going crazy with jealousy. Qin Siwan, do you know that owning a Tibetan Mastiff comes with legal responsibilities? Fine, go ahead and sue us. Go take on our Qin family's legal team in court. You really don't think you can just do this, do you?
So you want me to doubt my own wife? Qin Siwan, don't underestimate me.
Mr. Qin, it seems there's no need for our two families to cooperate anymore. Please, you two, hold on. My daughter has been abroad for too long. I'm used to being straightforward. Mr. Gu, Mrs. Gu, dinner is ready. How about we eat while discussing the cooperation, Dad? Why are you talking to outsiders again? Shut up. Come in. Miss Song will have her meal in her own room. Mr. Gu, the Qin Group is willing to offer 5 points as an apology to Mrs. Gu. And they've also prepared a French castle as a gift. As a wedding gift for the two of you.
Mr. Jin, it was a pleasant cooperation, but 5 points just to brush us off. What's a rundown French castle even good for? How many times can you stay in a year? I see it's just Qin Siwan trying to bully people.
Mom, I'll go support you right now. Mom, it's fine. Didn't you tell me before? One should know the bigger picture. How can the mistress of the Gu family be bullied?
Just wait. Mom is going to support you right now. Just hang out. Hang out.
Let's put work aside for a moment.
Let's have a deeper conversation, but the project just got signed, and there's still a lot to do. Come in. Mrs. Gu, I've seen the new lady from the Chin family before. I've met her adoptive parents. What adoptive parents? Old Chin is just our family's driver. Back in the day, he used to brag about it all over the place. Chin Si-wan is his most treasured daughter. I think that new lady from the Chin family definitely knows about it. Call Uncle Chin over. Don't tell him what happened yet. Okay? I'll go do that right now. No wonder Chin Si-wan can drive the Gu family's car, and even impersonate me. It turns out his adoptive father is the Gu family's driver. Using a company car for personal use aside, let's just call him over and ask about the situation. It's possible that they're just a very close adoptive father and daughter.
Mr. Gu, did you call me for something? I heard that you have a daughter who just returned from studying abroad. Are you interested in having her work at the Gu Group? I've been divorced for decades. I don't have a daughter, Mr. Gu. You must be mistaken. Really? Yes, Mr. Gu. I've been feeling a bit unwell these past couple of days. Can I take a few days off?
Green Tree. The group is hiring recently, and anyone working in Gu City has a referral spot. Uncle Gong's youngest son has already reported in. If you're not feeling well, just go home and rest.
All right. I'll head out first.
It seems there's quite a bit going on here. Now that my husband has discovered so much, should we handle this carefully?
Let's not rush to inform Chin. If Chin Si-wan's relationship with him is just that of a foster father and daughter,
it could actually work against us. It's not that simple. If he is Chin Si-wan's foster father, that's over a decade of nurturing. If that's the case, we should really extort a good amount from him. But given Mr. Chin's character, he would definitely arrange a position for him. After all, with such a huge favor, it wouldn't make sense not to treat him well. Right, honey? However, based on Mr. Chin's character, he will definitely be given a position. After all, it's not right not to treat such a big favor well. Wife, you said it. That's right. So what should we do next? We can't just have someone watching over the love letters every day, can we? I always feel that if we ask like this, it might be a bit like stirring the grass to scare the snake, especially since Chin Si-wan was studying before.
it must be related to the household registration. Well, why don't we check the relationship between the two of them first, okay?
Let's do it your way. You really can't even handle something this simple.
Hey, can we just take the win and walk away? Let's just say it was all a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. If Chinxia finds out that I'm the fake heiress, we're both in trouble. I'm back. How's the investigation going?
I want to know if she'd get a little something in return for this inside information.
Hurry up!
Chin Swan, all my previous data has been erased by someone. It was done by Chin Siwan. How could he have the ability to do that? Could it be that Mr. Chin knows she isn't his daughter? Chin Siwan is probably afraid that her unsavory past will be exposed. She claims to be the daughter of the richest man, having lived abroad for many years. First appearance since returning to the country.
Only Chin Si-wan could pull something like this off. I've already sent someone to investigate, and it won't take more than 5 days.
Once the DNA report for Chin Changan and Chin Si-wan comes out, truth will finally be revealed.
It's best to catch him off guard. I know the information can't be found anymore, but as long as he's still alive, how can I get my hands on the Chin family's money? He's the young mistress of the Gu family group. You can't just let him stay here in Long City, right? Yeah, why not send him to meet the King of Hell? Yeah, let him go meet the King of Hell.
I don't want the money. But I hope what Mr. Gu said about that woman named Chin Siwan is true. It's interesting that our eldest lady helps people with things without asking for compensation. Chin Siwan's projects are almost all losing money. With the Chin family group in the hands of people like this, it's only a matter of time before it goes under. As long as Mr. Gu agrees to let me take the hair samples from both of them, I'll have a chance to advance. A workplace with room for growth. It's worth more than 5 million.
Mr. Gu, I can't even get an appointment to see Mr. Chin. Have you figured out why Yu Yue can't even see Chin? I heard it's because the Chin family's heiress, Chin Siwan, doesn't want Mr. Chin to meet with you privately.
What did you say? What did you say?
They said you're deliberately trying to disgust him, and if Mr. Chin continues to associate with us, it means he's siding with outsiders.
In the end, Chin Siwan is really Chin Shu's biological daughter. We've been straightforward with him. It's normal for Chin Siwan to be on guard against us.
All the express deliveries, emails, and WeChat messages have been intercepted by Chin Siwan. Now, trying to find Chin Changin is probably going to be...
It's tough. When I was studying abroad, I had some contact with Chin Zong. As long as we can get the DNA comparison results.
I'll send him another email. As if the DNA results have come out.
Hello, welcome to the piano room.
Get in touch with Chin. Anyway, there were some issues with the previous project. And we need to talk to his young lady about it, since he's fully in charge of this project. All right, I'll help you get in touch. You're facing losses of over 10 million, and you won't let me see Mr. Qin. Can you really handle that?
All right. Mr. Gu, this way, please. This way. Jung Yu. Jung Yu, the person you want right now is definitely not me.
Madam, the DNA results are out. Actually, she is... No.
Collect all her hair from head to toe. As long as the DNA matches, no one will question my identity. Take her away!
This is the DNA report of Chin Siwan and her father, along with a photo. Gu Xiaoyun, I admit that there are some conflicts between Zhang Yao and Wanwan. I've already conceded where necessary. Now you have a fake DNA report. Do you really think you, a junior, can act superior and slander my daughter? Why does my DNA match Wanwan's? Chin Siwan knows your biological daughter. Hey Guzong, it's urgent. The young lady is missing. When did she disappear? We followed your instructions, found everyone related to Chin Siwan, and compared their DNA with Chin Zong's. We discovered the young lady is the long-lost daughter of the Chin family. Hey, Guzong, it's bad. The young lady is missing. When did she go missing? We followed your instructions and found everyone related to Chin Siwan, got their DNA, and compared it with Chin Zong's. We discovered that the young lady is actually the long-lost daughter of the Chin family. After receiving the news, I contacted the young lady. Call wasn't even finished when she suddenly hung up, and now I can't reach her. Wait for me. I'll be there right away. Wait. What will happen to Guo Xiaoyu? Xiaoyao should be kidnapped by Qin Silk Network's people. And she is your long-lost biological daughter. No wonder. Every time I see him, I feel like I'm seeing my daughter. Let's go. We need to find her together.
What's wrong with this place? I need to find a way to escape. Aren't you the one investigating me? Jiang Yang, are you tired of living? You can fight me for Gu Xiaoyu, but now you even want to take my dad from me. I really didn't expect this. So it turns out that the long-lost daughter of the Qin family is me, not anyone else. Dad only has one biological daughter. And as long as you die, I'll be the real heiress. Shin Si-wan is yours, after all. She is yours, not yours. You'll never get that. So what? Dad gave me a few $100 million in shares. I don't want it. I am the... Go ahead, Jung-ying. How do you want to die?
Does Yao Yao know that you put a tracker on her? It's like she's walking around with a built-in GPS. July 4th, I can't see it either. My daughter, where on earth are you?
Shin Si-wan, what do you really want? I told you, I can give you anything you want. What do I want? I want you dead.
The young master. Gu Xiaoyu has already brought people downstairs and is about to come up.
Jiang Yang, you better be completely dead. Or next time, I'll still send you to meet Yan Wang. Let's go.
Xiaoyao, how are you? You need to hang in there. 3 feet of flowers on the ground. You also need to find Qin Si-wan for me. He dares to treat my daughter like this. I will never let it go. Yao Yao, you have to hold on, okay? Yao Yao, got the medicine? Xiao Yu, should I contact a doctor overseas and take the earliest flight? No need. To treat Yao Yao, I've already contacted someone. Xiao Yu, should I tell Yao Yao? Actually, I'm his father. After everything that happened between Yao Yao and Qin Si-wan, you really should feel for him. Just respect Yao Yao.
Principal. Is the principal very fond of you? Did we catch Qin Si-wan? We took control of Qin Si-wan's father and Zhou Yuanqing early this morning. They've already gone in. I delivered it earlier. We need to ask President Qin about that.
You are Gu Xiaoyu's first love, Bai Yue Guang. So this is your son with Gu Xiaoyu? No, this child actually belongs to the mother. Ah, no need. I have 5 million here. As long as you can get Jiang Yao out of the Gu family, you and your son will be set for life. Come here, sweetheart. Auntie is here. Mom is just afraid. As long as you don't hurt my child, I can do anything. I can promise you anything. Yishui, you've been in the US for so many years, posting so many pictures of yourself with Gu Xiaoyu. You even ended up with a son just for today, right? As long as you work well at Gu Group for me. Got it? Everything you said, I can do. You even ended up with a son just for today, right? As long as you work well at Gu Group. For me. Do you understand? I can do everything you just said. Go ahead. It's going to happen. The things I can't have. It will definitely be ruined. Team Leader Jiang, I heard you were transferred from the sales department to our design department because you had an accident before. And your health hasn't been good, so you can't handle sales anymore. That's why you applied to move to the design department. I heard rumors that you are the president's wife. Here to experience life. How could that be? I'm just a small employee making 8,000 a month. How could I be the president's wife riding a motorcycle? Hi. I just started today and I don't have a desk yet. Can I sit here? Of course you can. Let's add each other on WeChat. Wow. Yeshui, I can't believe I saw the president's first love in the office. I can't believe the first love actually ran into Zhang Yao. I've heard that at the last annual meeting. Mrs. Wu was really pleased with Zhang Yao. Miss Ye, you're the president's first love. Who doesn't know that back in the day, he traveled thousands of miles to chase after you? It seems like some people... I haven't heard Gu Xiaoyu mention that he has an unforgettable ex-girlfriend.
What are you all doing? Is it gossip time during work hours? Are we still going to work? It's gossip time during work hours. Are we still going to work, or what?
It's just an ex-girlfriend, right? What's so great about that? She really thinks she's the main wife. Qin Suan has been waiting for you.
You're the new one, right? First, print these documents, Jian Yao. Can you take him along?
If you need anything, you can find me. I've already flipped through your work manual on your phone. Mom, the economy is bad. Didn't you tell me that already? Isn't this a smaller version of Mr. Gu, who is not allowed to run around? And Art Micro is your mother. It's the president's first love. Again, you can't really be the president's son, can you? Of course, who else besides Gu Xiaoyu's son can come and go freely in the Gu group? The young master of the Gu family doesn't stay at home, being taken care of by a dozen maids, and has to come here to accompany someone at work. Do you understand? The Gu family is a top-tier wealthy family. How can a young master be the same as ordinary people? Doesn't he have to stay by his mom's side? Oh, how could I not know if Gu Shengyu has kids? Zhang Yao, what are you talking about? How could I not know if Gu Shengyu has kids? Jiang Yao, what are you talking about? I just find it curious that the president's first love came back with a child. And instead of going to the Gu family, she insists on coming to the Gu group to be a little employee.
Zhang Yao, Miss Ye has brought the young master along. She's just being down to earth.
You're just being low-key by coming to work at the company, aren't you? Are you jealous because you didn't become the president's wife? I can't be bothered. Help me look into the newcomer at the group named Ye Shuwei. Ah, and his child. You first come up with a design plan, and then I'll assign you other tasks. Zhang Ya. Xiao Yun asked me to go to the grassroots level for experience to work on projects. Not to be your assistant. And also, don't try to boss me around here. The gap between us isn't something a little team leader like you can easily bridge. Exactly. The age seems about right. Is this photo real? Why don't I see any photos of young Master Gu and his grandmother? Could he be the beloved grandson who is now wandering outside? He still hasn't met his grandmother, right? What's wrong with Mom? Does it really matter if he has met her or not? Gu Jingqi is Gu Xiaoyu's son, so he has the right to inherit Gu Xiaoyu's property. Look at this face that looks exactly like Gu Xiaoyu's. What right do you have to question my identity?
Oh? You are the president's wife? Is this all the drawings you have? Let's hurry. And apologize to the president's wife.
I'm not going.
If you're not going, fine. Tonight, at the department dinner, we'll welcome the president's wife and the young master. As for those who refuse to be disciplined, they can stay here and work overtime.
You must be exhausted. You're still busy until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Gu Xiaoyu, you wouldn't be sneaking around behind my back to cheat on me? Would you, honey?
You know, I didn't...
That's good to hear. The young master's photo is out, Gu Xiaoyun. Your son is trending. Everyone wants to meet the young master, and Ye Shuwei, the president's wife, is approachable. This can't be. How come there's a photo comparing him to you when you were a kid? The comments all say that everyone wants to get close to the young master from a wealthy family. And they say, Ye Shuwei, the president's wife, is so approachable. Yo-yo.
I've never been with her. I'm holding a press conference right now to talk about the results.
What about Ye Shuwei? Isn't he your ex-girlfriend?
Are you jealous? She was just my partner for a project at university. I have nothing with her.
Really? Yeah. Well, that's more like it. Time to sleep. What you hear online is just baseless gossip. No matter what, you are the only daughter-in-law recognized by the Gu family. Yao Yao, just relax, okay?
Mom, you're the best. Jiang Ying, how can you still have the nerve to come to work? Haven't you seen the news online? Miss Ye is the real president's wife. I'm an employee of the Gu Group, and if I don't show up for work, my salary will be deducted. Before, you were spreading rumors that you were the president's wife. I warn you, you're just a little clan leader with no money and no status. Don't think about trying to climb the ranks. I don't have time to think about that. Oh, right. The Gu Group said they're going to hold a press conference. How could marriage even be a thing? Does Xiao Yu not even recognize his own child? Ye Shuwei, you're not just going to randomly find a kid who looks like the president to force a marriage, are you? I was just saying, how can Mrs. Fu bring her kid to work on the first day? Well, the child can't bear to be away from their mom. How about this? Instead of waiting for a good day, let's just go get a paternity test right now. Zhang Yao, what right do you have to act all high and mighty in front of me? You're not planning to just find some random guy to come over, are you? You're just going to fake the DNA test, huh? Miss Ye is not only President Gu's first love, but also the child's mother. Why don't we just call President Gu and go right now? Miss Ye has been abroad for a long time. But she must still have WeChat and phone access, right? Besides, the little young master is smart and adorable. How could President Gu bear to let him suffer abroad? I don't have time right now. The company projects are really busy. In a few days, I'll take the kid and Xiao Yu to get a paternity test. I want to see what you really plan to do after the paternity test. Jianyang is forcing me to do a paternity test, but the child is not Gu Xiaoyu's. What should I do? I can't even do this. At worst, I can just go to Gu's group and tell them. Gu Xiaoyu abandoned his wife and children, so why not make a big fuss? Don't even think about letting me take the child on an adventure, you fool! If you do as I say, I guarantee that Jiang Niao will never be able to turn over a new leaf in his life. Young madam, there's someone outside looking for you. She came with someone claiming to be the young master. Let him in. I want to see what tricks he can play. Since when did even cats and dogs come into our Gu family? Ye Shuwei, what exactly are you trying to do, bringing a child here, who has nothing to do with Gu Xiaoyu? Of course, I'm here to bring my grandson to meet his grandmother. Come on, sweetie, call her Grandma. Say, hello, Grandma. He looks just like him. It's like he was carved from the same mold as the young master when he was a child. This is the paternity test of Xiaobao and Xiaoyu. Auntie, you were against me and Xiaoyu being together. You should have expected that we would meet again someday. Do you really think I would believe this, just because the child looks like the young master? As long as our Gu family is willing, we could easily find 7 or 8 more kids that look just like him. But our Gu family is not like that. The only child of Xiaoyu can only be the one that Yao Yao gave birth to. You already have the paternity test right here, and you still won't admit it. Then I guess I'll just have to let the media outside weigh in on this. Do you really think anyone would be willing to offend the Gu family after they issue a denial? Jiang, you don't get it, do you? Besides the Gu family, there are also the Qin family, the Chen family, and the Li family. You think news that affects the Gu family's stock market won't give them a chance to push me a little. Leave the child here. How much do you want to settle this? I don't want money. I want to be Gu Xiaoyu's wife. Ye Shui, don't go too far. You think you have the final say in this family. Auntie, don't you agree? If this scandal gets used against us, don't forget. It's already trending online, which makes it even better. Then let's hold a press conference right away. Let's go public with the story of Mai and Gu Jingqi's identities. As the domineering CEO and his white moonlight, it might even boost the Gu family's stock price. Impossible. My only wife is Yao Yao. Dad! If Ye Shui is blackmailing you, then you might as well get ready to spend some time in jail. Less fish. Did you forget that on the ship to Europe, you and I, along with a few professors, were discussing the academic conference? As for what happened between us, nothing at all. Ye Shui, intentional defamation. You know the consequences. Whether you admit it or not, Gu Jingqi is still your Gu Xiaoyu's child. Right and wrong will be judged by others. Please let Miss Ye Shui and her child stay and play at our Gu family estate for a few days. Zhang Ya, you should know the rules of the Gu family better than I do. They would never let their own child be left out in the world, even if you are Gu Xiaoyu's wife. So what? The results aren't out yet, so don't get too smug about it. Madam, this child matches the genes of Mr. Gu. It's definitely his biological child. How is that possible? Ye Shui and Xiaoyu have nothing to do with each other. What do you know? Men always like beautiful women. Zhang Yao, I've warned you about this a long time ago. Gu Jingqi is the legitimate young master of the Gu family. Ye Shui, you really slept with Gu Xiaoyi, right? Of course, the child. It's definitely Gu Xiaoyu's. Does it even matter anymore? As long as I have money? You can make a lie sound like the truth. Is that true? Or not? All right. What are you doing? Maybe it is so comfortable, so comfortable. Jiangyang, today is my son's official public banquet at the Gu family. You are just destined to be abandoned. Is it necessary to abandon it? A few months ago, I was an intern in a small company. You collaborated. How did you meet President Gu? Jiang Yao can't become a phoenix. Ye Shui, can your tricks work?
The young master of the Gu family has shown up. Jiang Yao, this kind of person, should not think of turning a pheasant into a phoenix. Mr. Gu is just a child. Ye Shui, do you really think you can get into the Gu family with these little tricks?
He's out, Mom. Look at Zhang Yao. This is the welcome banquet you organized for your own grandson. And he's here being so aggressive, saying that Gu Jingqi isn't your real grandson, Ye Shui. What you did will eventually be exposed, and you're still here dreaming. The paternity report is right in front of you, and entertainment news is everywhere. What are you still shouting about? I am Gu Xiaoyu's wife. Your jealousy led to delusions. Were you the mistress promoted? When did you get married? What's the fuss? Last September, our little master would have been 4 years old. Are you trying to say you were the mistress who got promoted? Enough. Today is the most important day for our story in years. Stop saying all this useless stuff. If you have nothing to do, just don't engage with him. Mom, we don't need to say so much to someone who's useless. Someone, take the soy sauce down. This isn't an occasion where a small employee can just attend, young lady. Please.
Let's see who dares.
Young master, are you really willing to give up your own child just because of this woman? Dad, do you not want Mom anymore? President Gu, this is your own son. Please don't hurt Miss Yi's feelings, just to take care of him.
Look at how much this little face resembles President Gu. How could he do something like this? For such a dream. Enough already. Yalma is my lovely wife.
Xiaoyu, how are things going outside? I don't care. But why do you have to say these things in front of the child? Gu Jingqi is already 4 years old. He knows everything. The wealthy families are really chaotic, huh? Even the mistresses can rise to power. Are they really going to force the Gu family to abandon such a lovely child? How did the child come about? That's hard to say. When I married Xiaoyu, it was both our first marriage. I wonder if Miss Ye knows. It's going to happen. Do you really have to deceive everyone? If you truly are the young mistress of the Gu family, why are you still working at a lousy company? Even if you tear it apart, our marriage is still valid. What exactly do you want? Xiaoyu and I even have a child together. Are you the mistress really trying to ruin our marriage? You, our Gu family, still has some dignity. What skills do you have besides seducing your way up? Who says he has no skills?
Well, President Qin of the Qin Group. He's someone who has a 50-50 relationship with the Gu family.
I heard before that when Jiang was working with your company, there were some unclear relationships with older men. I didn't expect that. You could practically be his dad, and you still dare to talk back? You really want to go there?
Do you not want to stay in this industry anymore? I, Qin, want to cut off your escape route. It's just a matter of a single sentence.
Even if I can't make it anymore, I will stop Zhang Niao. You think you're something special just because you have a child? And you're trying to ruin Miss Ye and President Gu's marriage? Let me tell you, while you're trying to seduce him, you've also ended up in bed with President Gu. President Qin, you're a respectable person. It's not worth getting upset with our Gu family over this fickle woman.
You've got some nerve. Dare to teach me how to be a person here.
President Qin, this is the Gu family, and you dare to touch my people.
So it turns out you're one of them.
No wonder this dog keeps speaking up for you. Don't think that just because you have the Gu family backing you, you can bully Zhang Yang. You're not welcome here. Someone, please escort President Qin out. Ye Shuwei, the current Gu family isn't under your control.
Gu Shao, this is just how your Gu family's way of handling things is. Don't forget how you promised me back then. I didn't handle Zheng Yao's incident well enough. Uncle Qin, please give me another day. I will definitely find out why the DNA test shows this child is mine. What did you say? You had a child before you two got married. You say you don't know what women Gu Shao has slept with. You don't know I have nothing to do with her. You should go to the Civil Affairs Bureau with Yao Yao right now. You're really lucky, huh? The CEOs of the top 2 companies are fighting over you. Ye Shuwei, if you say one more word, I'll have someone throw you out. If you say one more word, I'll have someone throw you out. Yao Yao, as long as you're willing, the entire Qin Group will be your support. You can play however you want. Handle it however you like.
I'll handle this myself. You might as well go to the Civil Affairs Bureau and get the certificate now to get a name. Otherwise, Mr. Qin will dump you when he gets tired of playing with you. Who said Zhang Yao has to marry me to get the shares in her previous life?
Yao Yao, as long as you sign this agreement, from today on, you will be the largest shareholder of Qin Group. As for me, after you successfully take over Qin Group, I will choose to retire. This won't work. Qin Group is your life's work, and I will not watch you being bullied. Today someone deliberately set up a situation to humiliate you.
and I'm here to back you up. They say you're just clinging to Gu Xiaoyu, right? As long as you sign this agreement, you'll be part of the elite. Zhang family.
You're really something, huh? You dare to mess with such an old man? Don't you know that the stuff in this contract belongs to Qin Siwan, the eldest daughter of the Qin family? Zhang Ying, I advise you not to sign this contract, even if Mr. Qin is out of his mind. Shareholders won't allow it. I'm the only mistress. If Zhang Yao gets shares, why not me? How are you talking to my people? You need to understand, as long as Gu Jingqi is around, I am the only mistress of the Gu group. Ye Shui, shut your mouth. Mom, I'm just speaking the truth. If someone like Zhang Yao, a mistress, can get shares from President Qin, shouldn't I, the one who contributed to this story, also get 30% of the shares? Stop dreaming. Do you really think that at this point Mrs. Gu would still help you? How could that be? I'm Gu Jingqi's mom. Ye Shui, who gave you the guts? I feel like I'm the mistress of the Gu group.
Just sign it, Yao Yao. You are the young lady of the Qin group.
Why don't you come and acknowledge me? Do you think you need to privately assess me? Yao Yao, it's not like that. I'm just worried. How can you not accept it? Are you guys trying to frame this mistress? You're deliberately trying to trick me. Who would believe that? You haven't even signed anything yet. And you're still putting on a show. Miss Qin signed when recognized. President Qin wouldn't harm his daughter for an outsider. Qi Siwan's return.
He has never settled down. Recognizing Qi Siwan caused a stir. Elite circles know she is the eldest daughter. He used Yao Yao's DNA for a paternity test.
Everyone in the elite circles knows. She is the eldest daughter of the Qin family. Qin Siwang and Yao Yao work at the same company.
He saw the news about my mysterious daughter and used Yao Yao's DNA to do a paternity test with me.
I had Gu Xiaoyu's child. It was him who climbed into my bed while doing academic research in Europe back then, and now that the child is here, he doesn't want to take responsibility. Gu Xiaoyu, you scumbag! Believe it or not, I will die in the Gu family, and I will make you and Zhang Yao. You will pay a heavy price. I want you to kill this child with your own hands. President Qin, it's a good thing you found your daughter.
He doesn't need to break up someone else's good relationship, right? Who doesn't know that Gu Xiaoyu and Ye Shui were a couple back in college? When did we start dating in college? Yeshuan. If I remember correctly, it was you who kept chasing me but couldn't catch up. At this point, you won't acknowledge it. Mr. Gu, you and Miss Ye are famously known as a couple from college. We're so envious. There's still your love story being talked about in school.
Gu Xiaoyu, I know you've been studying abroad and have fallen for someone else, but you can't erase the beautiful moments we once had. Gu Xiaoyu, even if we have never been in love, the rumors I spread back then have already paved the way for today. You don't admit it. Maybe the guards really won't give up until they catch Huang He.
I was wondering why President Gu called me back from New Zealand. Turns out it was just for you. You little trickster. Others just love to document their beautiful lives.
There's proof of this. I love you so much. Can't you just look at me? I fell in love with you at first sight. Don't tell anyone, but I can't live without you in this life. Can't you just be with me? I'm not interested in you. What does a video mean? Gu Xiaoyu and I are in love. Luo Ping, stop twisting the truth here. President Gu called me back this time.
It just means the evidence is solid. Ye Shui and Gu Xiaoyu are not something a little trickster like you can manipulate. Even if it's true, so what? I'm still 100 times better than that woman Zhang Yao. Don't forget that.
Gu Jingqi is Gu Xiaoyu's biological son. Do I really need to teach you idiots that a mother gains status through her child? Who says I'm not good enough for Gu Xiaoyu? Thank you for your kindness, Dad. From now on, I will manage the group's affairs well. I won't let my man be easily manipulated by a woman. You're really something, aren't you? Just like that. You're going to act like a puppet for her. I won't let you have it your way. Who shall you? Agree to the divorce. Or I'll take your son and disgrace your family. I will take your son to right back, and I will make you despised by everyone. Yi Shuwen. Don't be impulsive, Gu Jingqi. She's also your child, right? Jiang Yang, what do you think you are? Even if you're the daughter of the Qin family, you're just an abandoned heiress, a dutiful wild relative. Du Xiaoyu, why should I like you? This isn't the time for that. First, put the child down. Since Jingqi is Xiaoyu's child, we won't treat him poorly. If you're getting a divorce, then let's go ahead. I'll draft the agreement right now. Why should I like you? This isn't the time for that. First, put the child down. Since Jingqi is Xiaoyu's child, we won't treat him poorly. If you're getting a divorce, then let's go ahead. I'll draft the agreement right now. Gu Jingqi is your biological child, right?
Slower.
Jiang Yang. You liar! How dare you trick me? Do you believe I'll kill you today? It's about time. Take the child down first. What are you planning to do? Don't take the child away.
I just want to give him a stable place to live. A home with a dad. You can't treat me like this.
Ye Shui, are you ignoring the DNA results due to your ties with the Qin family? Gu Jingqi is your grandson. You can't deny it. Ye Shui, Gu Jingqi isn't Gu Xiaoyu's child. Jingqi is your grandson. You can't do this. The ancestors of the Gu family won't let you off the hook either. Accept this about the Gu family. Gu Jingqi isn't Gu Xiaoyu's child. Xiaoyu's only wife. Ye Shui and Qin Siwan tampered with the DNA test. You Gu family. Good boy. You have been wronged. I have always emphasized that you are the only wife of our Xiaoyu. Mom, I have always remembered what you said. As for Ye Shui, he colluded with Qin Siwan to tamper with the DNA tests at the hospital we used. You Gu family, it's really shameless. Everyone, come over and help me judge this. I had DNA tests done at 2 different hospitals, one from your Gu family's hospital, and one that I arranged privately. How could she even get that old hag to help her with the forgery? How shameless can you be? Everyone, come over and help me judge this. I had DNA tests done at 2 different hospitals, one from your Gu family's hospital, and one that I arranged privately. How could she even get that old hag to help her with the forgery? The Gu family is considered a top-tier wealthy family, right? There's no need to go to such lengths just to please the Qin family, right? It's just ridiculous that someone would tamper with their own family's hospital. Ye Shui, you two have never been together from the start, so where did this child come from? Just take a good look at our Gu Jingqi's face. Who would still dare to question that he's not Gu Xiaoyu's child? Ye Shui, I was actually going to give you some face. Who knew you'd still be so stubborn? Don't think I don't know that you have no connection with Gu Xiaoyun at all. Gu Jingqi, this child was also conceived through artificial insemination while you were abroad. Who knew you'd still be so stubborn? Don't think I don't know that you have no connection with Gu Xiaoyu at all. Gu Jingqi, this child was also conceived through artificial insemination while you were abroad. But he's still Gu Xiaoyu's child. Whether you want to admit it or not, you have to accept all of this. I'm still young. You're not short on money, so there's no need to do something like this. It's impossible. This person's profile is you. It's probably just students with the same name and surname from the same school. Ye Shui, how small is the circle of international students? Do you see it clearly? Is this the name Gu Xiaoyu? It's impossible. I've been planning this for so long, spending so many years abroad, and even teaming up with Qin Siwan. It's all to get into the Gu family. There's no way. This won't work. He is definitely your Gu Xiaoyi's child. My plan won't go wrong.
Impressive. That's it. Don't move, Yaya. You weren't scared, were you? What's wrong with this woman? Right.
Ye Shui, you actually know in your heart that Gu Jingqi and Xiaoyu don't look alike. It's just a matter of first impressions.
Treat Gu Jingqi as if he were Xiaoyu's child. Yao Yao, stop talking so much nonsense with him, and hand Ye Shui over to the police. He committed murder on purpose. He should reflect on that in prison for the rest of his life. Gu Xiaoyu. It was an accident, but you need to give me back my child. Close the door, Grandpa. Hurry, young master.
Today's banquet isn't about acknowledging new members in the Gu family. It's about clearing up unnecessary misunderstandings. Friends who are invited here today, I hope you can bear witness. Ye Shui's issue has been resolved. Now, it's time for Qin Siwan. Don't you think so, President Qin?
Mrs. Gu mentioned that logically you shouldn't have to handle Qin Siwan's matter personally.
but the situation is a bit tricky right now.
Dad, do you know where Chin Siwan is?
Sigh. Back then I thought I had found my biological daughter, so I immediately gave Chin Siwan 3% of the shares. I never expected that she would sell those shares at a low price before her true identity was exposed. So doesn't that mean there are still people around Chin Siwan who can protect her? She's using Ye Shui to plot against us from the shadows, while we have no idea what she's up to. That's exactly the point.
Chin Siwan brought Ye Shui and her child into the Gu family to become the young mistress of the Gu family. Isn't his goal to make me divorce Xiaoyu?
They want my life. Yama, what are you talking about? With us here, can Chin Siwan even lift a finger against you? Maybe this guy has already been exposed and has escaped the country.
Yama, just stay at home and attend the group's banquet, revealing your identity, getting ready to take over the group.
Chang Yang, you really have it good, huh? What game should we play next? What makes you think I could take your life? Did Dad mention anything we need to pay attention to for this banquet? Chin Siwan, you've already taken 780 million from the Chin family. What more do you want? Is having money really that interesting? I don't think so. Don't you want to know what I want to do to you? Then I'll tell him right now. Jiang Yang, I just can't stand it. Why are we both ugly ducklings? Why is it that you get to marry Gu Xiaoyu and have someone like Chin Siwan? Some things are just destined, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right then. So you're saying if I kill you now, and take your place, then everything would belong to me.
Hey, what's going on right now? Young master. We intercepted the young mistress's car, but she wasn't inside. We were tricked.
Stop looking. I've already had someone take the locator Gu Xiaoyu gave you and head in the opposite direction. Do you really think the same mistake will happen twice? So you shouldn't be in a hurry. Kill me right now. Oh, wow, I didn't expect that. The person who knows me best in the whole world is actually you, Zhang Yang. All right. So what kind of game do you think we should play? That would make it even more interesting. What's wrong with you? My sister has already taken Jiang Yang away. Ha ha ha.
Yao Yao. Dad finally found you. Heaven has eyes. Ha ha ha.